In this lesson, we'll be exploring multiple ways of using the copy and paste functions in Excel to consolidate our 3 different year tabs into a single structured data source. For the 2018 data that's stored in the top 10 movie data tab, just click on the top left cell of the data set and drag across to the bottom right. Then right click and click copy, and you'll see that a dotted line appears around the selected area to show you that that's the area that's been copied to the clipboard. Now that our data has been stored in our clipboard, and that's the virtual area that Windows stores to hold data in a temporary area to then move it from one place to another. Now we've got it in that place, let's click onto dashboard, right click on cell C3, and then we're going to click this icon here. You can see a little preview of what's going to happen. Click on that and the data will appear in this area. What you'll probably notice is that it's brought the data across correctly. It's got the header bar in the correct color. It's got the subtle shading between rows to show the difference between them. But what it hasn't done is set the column widths right. That's something that's defined in each individual worksheet and not something that will come across with a copy and paste. That's not true in all cases though. In this example, we've moved a range of cells from one worksheet to another one. Now, in some cases, you might want to move a whole column from one worksheet to another, and in that case, it would retain the column widths. Let me show you an example of that. So if we went to top 10 movie data again, this time we're going to select the whole column, right click, copy, move it to our dashboard. We'll put it over here because it's just an example, right click, paste, and you'll see that it's retained the column widths. No use to us in this particular example, but definitely something worth knowing. Now we've got the data where we want it. Let's just realign the columns to a width that looks right. So this will take a little bit of time. Get right. Again, it's more of a by eye thing than anything scientific. We could, so if we do this on the gross, double click here to give us an idea of the width, and then we can just tweak it up a little bit to give us that white space. Again, do that here, a little bit of white space. So on the surface of it, this probably looks like a load of unnecessary messing about, and you're right. But let me point 3 things out. We're only having to move the data as we didn't put it all together in the first place. We will always do this going forward. So remember, do it once, do it properly, and we avoid unnecessary rework. By the end of the course, I'll be showing you a quicker and more automated way of formatting data and making it look good. So we won't have to do this manual way again. Remember, I'm taking you through the content in a logical order. So trust me, I need to show you this to illustrate the key points and demonstrate some of the positives and negatives of these methods as we go. All of the completed course files are available as downloads from the courses you can find on excelgoat.com. So if you want to just watch along and then go straight to those, that's in your gift. Let's click across the 2017 data and pick it up from there. So we just right click on the tab and then we're going to highlight everything apart from the header. We brought the heading across from the 2018 data and it should be the same stuff, so we don't need 2 headers. Highlighted the data we need, right click, copy, and then we're going to go across to dashboard. Now, normally you would put this in the leftmost cell or the next available row, but we don't have a release year because we didn't have one in the 2017 tab. So we're going to put it in this next cell here, right click and paste. Now, there's a problem immediately because it's brought the formatting across from the 2017 tab and we don't want it. There's a useful feature in most Windows programs called undo, and Excel is no exception to that. To do it, just click on this little bent arrow thing at the top and it will remove the most recent thing that you've done. So we've got rid of that pasting option that we just did because it wasn't in the format that we wanted. Because the data is still in our clipboard because we copied it from the 2017 tab, we can have another crack at this. This time, right click and choose Paste Special. This time it will bring just the values in and not the formatting from the 2017 tab that we don't want with all the horrible black borders. Let's not worry too much about the fact we've got no data in the release year column at the moment. I'm going to show you a really smart trick now to get the formatting the same in the 2017 data as it is in the 2018 data. In the next lesson, I'll be showing you Excel's amazing pattern recognition function, which is a huge time saver for populating large data ranges automatically.